You're listening to The Straight Line on MRN.com, presented by O'Reilly Auto Parts. O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. And also brought to you by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to MRN's The Straight Line, presented by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Ralph Shaheen here with you, and we've got a really special week going on. The folks at Procore are a part of this big week here. It covers all of the shows here on MRN. And, of course, Procore, the builders, for builders, wasted time is wasted money. And with Procore, all people, software, and data are connected on one platform. So everyone on your project has access to everything they need. The Straight Line is brought to you by Procore Construction Management Software. Reduce, rework, and finish jobs faster with Procore. So we welcome them to the show this week. Thrilled to have them part of everything we're doing here this week on MRN. So normally here on The Straight Line, my partner Doug Herbert is sitting right here next to me, but he's not here today. And based on all the selfie photos I've been getting sent to me, Doug, you are nowhere near Concord, North Carolina today.
Well, today we had a little fun trip this past week with Mimi. It's Mimi's birthday, so we had a fun trip. We're actually in Paris right now. We just took a tour of the Palace of Versailles, and had just a great time and a lot of fun. And we're happy to be coming home back to Charlotte tomorrow.
Okay, so as a car guy, what's the coolest car you've seen since you've been in France?
Oh my gosh, it's, you see Ferraris and Lamborghinis driving around on the road like you see, Fords and Volkswagens at home. So there's a lot of cars. I like Ferrari though. So I saw some of those late model ones are hard for me to figure out exactly what it was, but it looked like a later model of like a 599 or something. I saw that driving around yesterday. So that was pretty cool.
And the best souvenir you're bringing home?
Oh, best souvenir. What's the best souvenir we're bringing home? Well, Mimi's got these plates, these special plates over here. China. Oh, it's called China. She told me it's not plates. But so we're bringing home some special China from over here and made in France. So yeah, really neat.
Okay.
We just had a great trip. Just a great time.
And you're bringing those T-shirts that say, we work here in MRN, and our buddy went to Paris, and all we got was this lousy T-shirt, right?
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got one of those for kids. Yeah.
There you go. Hey, okay, let's talk some drag racing now while we got you here. How about Bob Tasca? 2 in a row.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, Norwalk. I love Norwalk. The place of my last win coming there, but Bob Tasca winning back to back. That's just great. Took Beckman down in the final. Torrance is really the only other back-to-back winner of the year. So I think that's pretty big news for Bob Tasca, and pretty proud of him. His 6th career win coming up. We'll get a chance to talk to him here in a little bit, as well as Chris McGaha. So we're looking forward to that. The other thing though that I was interesting from this, is McGaha. We got to figure out how to say his name. First win of the year, and then Hines. 5th win of the year for Hines, Torrance 6th win of the year. So obviously the people that are dominating, they continue to dominate.
Yeah. What do you think is the difference with Tasca now? You see any one particular thing?
Well, I know not long ago he did a trade for, Mike Green left his team and went to Force, and then one of Force's longtime funny car guys came over, because Mike Green's kind of a dragster guy. And they brought, we'll have to ask Bob, but I would think, obviously whatever happened there in his crew chief department must have been a pretty good change.
Yeah. Well, Bob is going to join us here on the line momentarily. So let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more of The Straight Line presented by O'Reilly Auto Parts. And we'll have Bob Tasca joining us.
Need a specialized tool to finish your vehicle repair? There's no need to buy it if you're only going to use it once. Check out O'Reilly Auto Parts Loaner Tool Program, available at any O'Reilly store. Find tools like a ball joint press, disc brake caliper tool set, and more. O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
NHRA drag racer Doug Herbert here to talk about safe driving. In early 2008, my two sons were killed in a car accident that was caused by speed and inexperience. After the accident, I learned that over 6,000 teenagers each year are killed in car accidents, so I formed a nonprofit organization called Brakes. Brakes stands for Be Responsible and Keep Everyone Safe. Please visit our website at putonthebrakes.org to learn more about responsible driving and what you can do to keep our roads safe.
Hey, race fans, it's Ralph Shaheen, and like you, I have a huge passion for racing. With the most in-depth features on racers, series, and events, no one covers racing better than America's original motorsports publication, Speed Sport. Get your subscription to Speed Sport magazine today at speedsport.com. Welcome back to MRN's The Straight Line, presented by O'Reilly Auto Parts. We were joking during the break here in the studio, the international edition with Doug Herbert being all the way over there in Paris, France. But over here on these shores, but not anywhere near me, here in North Carolina, is our buddy Bob Tasca, the two-time, now back-to-back winner in 2019. Bob, welcome to the show. Congratulations. You must be just flying high right now.
Hey, thanks, guys. Great to be on. Yeah, it's certainly been a good stretch, but trust me, we got a lot of work to do. We got a long road ahead of us. We're out here focused on competing and winning a championship, and these are the little building blocks that we needed to put in place. And I'm just real proud of the guys and the progress we've made with this Motorcraft funny car.
Hey, Bob, winning back-to-back is big. What has been the change here, coming over the past couple of months that's put your team into this place?
I mean, I think it's whether you're running a race team or a business, it comes down to people. And, and it really isn't even, how smart everyone is. It's the chemistry of working together and, brainstorming ideas and, challenging strategies and then ultimately coming up with the best plan, for that particular run at that particular time. And that's when I made that trade with Force, and I brought Schaefer in, and then I brought Mike Neff in. Neff and Schaefer have a great relationship, and Eric, has always been very open-minded and open to new ideas. It really, I don't know, Doug, in my career, I've never caught lightning in a bottle. I've tried, real hard for many, many years, and I haven't been able to figure it out. I've seen a lot of guys do it, but I was never able to do it. And, for me, it feels like that moment where you bring the right pieces together. But like anything else, we're keeping it into perspective. I told the guys, I said, we got a long way to go. We got a long way to go. There's a lot of things in the car that I know Mike and Eric and John are working to improve on, and we're going to take it one race at a time. Right now, we're focused on qualifying at Epic.
Bob, how does a trade like that go down in racing? In stick and ball, we hear about all the things that you go on behind the scenes, and managers will call, and a general manager will get on the phone, and all these kinds of things, and there you can't tamper and all this. How about in motorsports? How did that happen?
I think it's probably one of the first time I think it's ever been done, to be honest with you. But John and I had talked in the staging lanes from time to time, and I know he liked Mike, and I know that he wanted more talent on that dragster with Brock. And clearly Mike Green is, one of the best dragster tuners out there. And I needed some funny car help. And I was really starting to get disgusted with the 5-disc setup. I know that there's teams out there, Ron Tolbert does an amazing job with it. But I just didn't like it. I didn't like how the car was set up. I didn't like how the motor was set up, and I just wanted to make a wholesale change. So, John and I, after Atlanta, we, after several phone conversations back and forth, we agreed on the trade, and I flew up to Indy on that Monday after Atlanta, and we did the trade, and we literally rolled into Richmond, and the only thing on the race car the same was me. Everything. Tune-up, injector, manifold, clutch, fuel flow, ignition. I mean, you name it. There was nothing on that race car, Q1 at Richmond, that was the same in, E1 in Atlanta. And it's just been incredible, the progress that this team has made. And, I think the biggest thing for me with personnel is, Mike Neff, very unassuming guy, very humble, but brings a confidence that my team needed in that trailer, making those tune-up decisions that has been really, really good. And I've seen Eric and even Schaefer really grow working with Mike. And, hey, listen, we're going to just stay very focused on our game plan and focus on the areas that we have to improve on. And there is no reason why this motorcraft car can't continue to perform at a very high level.
Hey, Bob, I didn't even realize Mike Neff was over there. If I had my pick of guys to have as my crew chief, Mike Neff would be at the top of the list. Like you say, he's just an easygoing guy. He's good to get along with. And obviously he's a championship-winning crew chief.
Yeah, I've worked with Mike over the years with the John Force operation, and I've always had a great chemistry with Mike. And I think as a driver and Mike being in that position, if there's not a good chemistry between the driver and the crew chief, it doesn't work. I mean, it just doesn't work. And, I always knew that if Mike and I could hook up in some form or fashion, we could do great things. And, hey, listen, he's not afraid to give me suggestions, which I welcome as a driver because he's been in the seat as he's been tuning. And I knew that Eric and I knew the chemistry between him and Schaefer would be great because they won a championship on Force's car. So, we kind of brought the gang back together again with those two. And, we're not looking back. We're looking forward. This car will continue to run at a very high level. And, my goal all along has been to go out there and compete for a championship. And this hopefully will be my best season to do that.
Bob, I was there that day at SEMA when you guys debuted the car and to rave reviews, and everybody's so much excitement in the room that day. Obviously, you wanted to win first race out of the box, I'm sure. But in your mind, are you on schedule, behind schedule, or now about to just light the rocket because you found what you need?
Well, I'll give it to you three ways. I think before Bristol, I was behind schedule. I think at Bristol, I was getting close. And I think after Norwalk, we have a long way to go, a lot of work to do, but my feeling is solidly on the right path. And that's what I said to the Ford guys. I said, listen, I wish I could have done this for you the first year, last year, but starting a team from scratch. Eric was a new crew chief. We just bit a lot off. I mean, it's just a lot to do. And, starting this year out, we had some flashes of brilliance. Car ran good. But we weren't really feared by anybody. I mean, we just didn't have that dominant setup yet. And then after the trade, bringing John and Mike into the fold completely changed the complexion of this team. So, very happy with the direction. Feel good about where we sit right now, but also very, very focused on improving the areas that we need to improve in.
Great job. Ralph, finish up with your last question. I just wanted to congratulate Bob. I know the time between your last win and then two back-to-back wins was way too long, but it looks to me like you've got the momentum that you need right now to finish off this year really good.
Yeah, I guess, there's that old analogy, never give up, never give up, never give up. And I think, this sport, and Doug, you know this, it'll tear your heart out. It'll kick you in the gut repeatedly. And you have to fight through it. You have to believe. You have to continue to try to improve. And no matter what the risk, I mean, that risk going into Richmond, we hadn't tested. I threw a year and a half of tune-up stuff away, but I just didn't feel that was the right path, and I'm just excited. If anything, it's recharged me. It's recharged that Ford fan base. I can't tell you the tens of thousands of social media comments and posts, and it's just been incredible, the feedback from the Ford fans. I mean, I'm just thrilled for Ford, the executives that believed in me, and when they came back to drag racing last year, that we're able to give them a car that they deserve. The Ford fans and the Ford Motor Company deserves a car that's as good as the car that we've given them the last couple of races. They deserve that. They put us in a position to win with resources and engineering and aerodynamics and a new body, and there's no excuses. I mean, at the end of the day, if I couldn't get the job done, then I got to look in the mirror. So just real excited about being part of this team, and that's what I am. I'm just part of it. There's so many people involved that make this car run that it's just a fun place to be, and it's been a long time. It's taken me a long time to get to where I am, and there were days I never thought I would get back to this place in this competitive sport of funny car racing. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, look, I qualified 6th in Norwalk, and I think there was 6,000 between 5 of them. I mean, it's crazy. Between 8 and I think 4, you could flip a coin on those cars. So it's as competitive as I've ever seen in my career, and for us to go out and win back-to-back is fantastic, and now we got to try to do it again.
Well, Bob, it is great to see you back holding up the Wallies good and high, and seeing that Ford Blue Oval in Victory Lane is awesome, too. All the best. You're, 7th in the points now, 2 wins back-to-back, and looking like a real threat. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch you the rest of the year. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Okay. Doug, I know you've got to go look at some more old buildings and paintings and stuff, so we're going to let him go, and we're going to be right back with more of The Straight Line, presented by O'Reilly Auto Parts, right here on MRN.
Here's your chance to win a set of your very own Hercules tires. Go to HerculesTires.com/MRN. Simply register, and each month we'll give away 1 set of tires. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading mileage coverage to get you wherever you need to go, no matter where the road takes you. Register now for your chance to win a set of Hercules tires at HerculesTires.com/MRN. Hercules Tires. Ride on our street.
I'm Matt DiBenedetto, driver of the number 95 Procore Toyota Camry. On race day, you can save a ton of fuel by drafting in the pack, but you'll never win if you don't stay up on the wheel. It's like in the construction business. You can either keep up with the competition or leave them in the dust with the Procore Construction Management Platform. Whether you're a GC, specialty contractor, or owner, Procore's software is built to help your team stay on budget, on schedule, and in control. To learn more, visit Procore.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts offers O-Rewards points in-store and online. Earn points on everything from replacement parts to tools and accessories. And for every 150 points collected, you'll get a $5 reward. Earn points any way you shop. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better prices every day.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Welcome back. MRN's A Straight Line, presented by O'Reilly Auto Parts. See that Hercules logo over my shoulder? Yeah, the Hercules logo over my shoulder right there. Really cool promotion going on with our friends at Hercules. They're giving away a free set of tires every month. It's amazing. All you got to do is register by going to HerculesTire.com/MRN. Go sign up, see if you can win yourself a set of tires. I know I could use a free set right now myself. Mine are getting down there a little bit. Pro stock category. Really competitive, great racing. And one of the guys who is at the top of the charts these days, Chris McGaha, joining us. Hey, Chris, how are you? I swear he's there.
I'm here.
There you are. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Well, we're fine, and I want to get this out of the way because if you missed the first part of our show, my buddy Doug Herbert, who's not here in the studio today because he's over in Paris, France, we were talking about you being on the show, and he even joked about it. McGaha, all that. You put it to rest for the final time right now. How is it said?
We've always said McGaha.
Okay, there it is.
Some people have said McGaha, but we've always said McGaha.
Well, it's your name. You get to say it however you want, right?
Yeah. Well, other people I've crossed in my life that had the same last name, they have said McGaha, but we've always said McGaha.
I mean, it's like looking at Brett Favre's name and you just see it on the paper and you go, there's no way that says Favre.
Exactly.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Chris McGaha, how did you get to Victory Lane and hold up a Wally this week? What made the difference?
I'm not real sure at this point. Actually, everything seemed to work out this time. You know, you go every weekend thinking it's going to work out, and you think you got something new that's going to be getting you over the edge, over the top, and it doesn't work out. But apparently I tried a few things, and needless to say, it worked, and it worked really good.
Well, I know you don't want to give up any of your secrets as to what you did, but is that with what you did in tuning the car or how you approached it as a driver?
More tuning the car. We'll talk about the driver later. We're going to throw him way under the bus. from the crew chief standpoint, yes, it was mainly in the car. Everything we did. I think I may have possibly stumbled onto what I've been missing since even in being in pro stock. Sit down. I guess I got a fire lit in me after Chicago, and losing the first round in Chicago off of a bad call. I beat myself up for about 2 weeks there and wore a calculator out and filled a whole notebook up full of notes and came up with a whole new plan and thought, you know what, this could be what I'm missing. And so far it looks like I could be right on that part.
Is it the kind of thing that will carry over to other races throughout in other venues throughout the season, especially as you get deeper into the heat of summer? Or was it something that just worked in Norwalk, you think?
No, it's something that could possibly work everywhere we go. The problem is we're fixing to go to Denver, and that's such an oddball place that, you can't, I'm not going to be able to tell exactly yet, but as you go to Sonoma and Seattle, as we go through the swing and get going towards Indy, we will definitely know for sure by then.
You said you wore out a calculator doing it. Are you the kind of guy that's more creative in the middle of the night and you find yourself staying up late nights stressing out over the car, or are you the guy that gets up with the chickens and gets going?
No, I will wake up in a cold sweat sometimes and think, why did I do this or do that, and come up with new ideas. I've done it a lot over my lifetime between doing the machine shop and doing the race car. I will just out of the clear blue, I can be in vacation in Hawaii or somewhere and go, you know what? And I'll have to bust my calculator out and start crunching numbers.
So they talk about the great musicians will leave a tape recorder by the side of their bed in case they wake up with a riff in their head. Do you keep that calculator sitting right there with a notepad?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially with phones these days, because you got a calculator on your phone. I will burn it up on my phone more than any.
So you said the driver had to do a little bit of work as well. Where are you in your mind as a driver these days? Have you gotten where you think you need to be, or where are you lacking?
I don't know what happened to me. I won Epping almost a year ago, and right after that, I don't know if it's because the car started struggling, and my driving went terrible after that. I didn't win a single round to finish the year out pretty much after that. And, I couldn't find my way. I ain't gonna lie, I'm still struggling with it. I don't know if it's we blame a lot of issues we have on the track prep. That track prep has really thrown us a curve when NHRA changed it, and still trying to get over that as a team. And I blame some days it on the car, and then other days I'm like, it's probably just me. I don't even know at this point. I just keep working on it and going, eventually I'll find my groove. You go up there and you'll you'll hit the tree, and everybody goes, "Man, you were late." And I'm like, I didn't feel like I was late. And you get the time slip. Well, I was 120. I must have been late. So I have struggled with it. I ain't gonna lie, I was better over a year ago than I am now.
And that's not something you can fix with a calculator, but it is
Yeah.
mental torment, isn't it?
It is mental torment because you're telling yourself, "Hey, I've done this. I can do it because I've done it before." And sometimes I think maybe if the car will start running better, maybe I'll get in my groove and and get going again, because it is very much a torture when you can't hit the tree.
Well, I guess we're going to find that out now, right? Because it sure seems like the car's dialed in pretty good. So now the driver's got to match the performance, right?
Yes, that's what you tell yourself as a driver. Right before I start the car, I'll tell myself, "Man, I know everybody's done their job. I'm the last guy. I can't mess this up. I'm the field goal kicker. I gotta make this field goal to win the game."
How are
I
you
tell
feeling?
myself that every time.
Yeah, how are you feeling about the reduced schedule then? Does it make it tougher to find that groove because you have less chances to get up there and redo it?
It does, probably from the driver standpoint. Yeah, not going every weekend and what have you, and maybe hitting a groove. It can definitely affect it. I've been a part-time racer before. In 2017, I only ran 16 or 17 races, and I always seemed to have my groove going steady. And yeah, it didn't seem to bother me then. I don't know that that's what it is now, as much as it's like a mental block. My daughter she keeps saying the same thing. She says she can't do a back walkover and all this back handspring and gymnastics anymore for her cheerleading. She says she wants to get hypnotized, and I've told her, I said, maybe we need to go together and get hypnotized so I can cut a light.
Well, then you know what? That you never know.
She's the one who came up with the idea, and I told her, I said, "You know what? I'm about ready to go with you because I can't cut a light either." She goes, "But you can." I said, "Well, you can do the other two. So what's our problem?"
There you go. Well, sometimes it's you get the inspiration from the strangest places, right?
Yes, exactly.
Well, Chris, congratulations, Chris McGaha. Congratulations on your big victory in Norwalk, and we're hoping that whatever you found carries over for the rest of the season. Best of luck. We look forward to watching you progress towards the end of the year.
All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Okay, buddy. We're going to be right back with a wrap-up to this week's edition of The Straight Line, presented by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Stay with us.
A rough-running engine could be suffering from buildup of fuel and oil deposits, but O'Reilly Auto Parts can help. Clean out engine buildup and improve fuel economy with Seafoam Motor Treatment. On sale for $7.99 each at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
For more than 80 years, Detroit Diesel has been the legendary driving force powering many of the best-known trucks on the road. Through our state-of-the-art Detroit technologies in components and safety systems, we've earned our customers' trust as a reliable business partner dedicated to improving their bottom line. It's no wonder they continue to depend on Detroit to keep them safe and efficient on the road. When you demand it all, demand Detroit.
The Camping World NASCAR weekend is June 27th through June 30th at Chicagoland Speedway, home of 2018's most exciting finish. Witness the next generation of drivers earn their place in NASCAR history. Taste brisket, burgers, bacon, and more from Barbecue Hall of Famers. And see Lee Brice in concert all in one weekend, June 27th through June 30th. Get tickets and camping spots now at ChicagolandSpeedway.com.
Back for the final segment here on MRN's The Straight Line, presented by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Time to sell some tickets. Hopefully you can get out to the races here in the next couple of weeks. Next up, it's an off weekend, and then they go up to Epping. That's going to be the next one on the schedule. NHRA New England Nationals up in Epping, New Hampshire. Then, boy, things get really busy after that with the West Coast Swing, Dodge Mile High NHRA Nationals presented by Pennzoil out in Colorado, the NHRA Sonoma Nationals out in Sonoma, California. And then, of course, it's off to Pacific Raceways for the Magic Dry Organic Absorbent NHRA Northwest Nationals up in Seattle. So what you want to do, you want to get your tickets, you can just go to NHRA.com, click on the red ticket tab in the top right corner and order up your tickets, and come on out and see the best drag racers in the world competing at the best facilities on the planet. And red light, green light. So Doug's not here. That's going to be our red light. He's off having fun over there in Paris with his wife, Mimi. Hopefully they're having a great time. Sure sounds like it and looks like it, because if you were on our staff this morning, you woke up to a bunch of selfies from Doug with all kinds of things around. He's got the Mona Lisa. He's got the Louvre. He's got the Eiffel Tower. He's having big fun. Now, as far as red light, green light goes, we couldn't think of anything that was really a negative, but here's a couple of good ones for you. Steve Torrance, rightly so, is up for an ESPY award this year as one of the best drivers in all of racing. And the way they competed at the end of 2018, boy, deservedly so. And the way he's going here in 2019, he might be up for it again at the end of this year. So all the best and congrats to those guys for just being nominated. And maybe Steve will be up there holding an ESPY to go along with all those Wallies. The other one that I saw this week, our friends over at Peak Antifreeze on social media, on Twitter this week, put up a tweet trying to get everybody involved and just said, post a picture of the last car photo you took on your phone. Naturally, you get all the guys putting pictures up their muscle cars and their hot rods and all that. Well, Austin Prock dropped the mic on everybody. He posted a really cool photo of launching his Top Fuel car at night, flames just flying out of the header pipes, front wheels up in the air, and he's just getting it down the boulevard. And I tweeted him back, and I said, well played, Austin. You win. And rightly so. I think the folks at Peak couldn't argue with that one. Maybe they should have said something along the lines of, post a picture of the last street car you took a photo of, because if you got a Top Fuel car, you pretty much dropped the mic on everybody, especially with the flames coming out the header pipes. Really cool photo. That's it for this week. Doug, Mimi, have a great time over there in Paris. Looking forward to getting you guys back here in the studio. You folks out there have a great weekend. We look forward to seeing you at the races. Epping, next up on the schedule. I'm Ralph Shaheen. Hope you enjoyed this week's edition of MRN's The Straight Line, presented by O'Reilly Auto.